Hello everybody, welcome back. Oh, might as well welcome myself back. Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. I've got food sitting right here. I'm gonna stop being shaky in just a little bit. Thank goodness, Justin is so helpful. Let's go ahead and move on over to our game reveal screen. Oh, nobody has any idea who this GM is gonna be. Except the Blackmore spoiled it. Wait. It's not supposed to be Vindictive. It's supposed to be my name. Just a second. It's not Vindictive choosing. Let me change this to... okay. Bam! I'm the GM! Ha! Yeah, anyways, yeah, who would have guessed? Let's go ahead and reveal... the game, though, because luckily I didn't get any redraws. It's going to be fantastic. We've got another game with awesome graphics, also for the Super Nintendo, Gym Power in the Lost Dimension. Everybody, if you haven't vomited today, now is your time. You have the chance to be very, very sick, because this is good stuff. Yeah, this has been in multiple tournaments, and I think Cornden's joining. Hello there.
I am. Hi there.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
How did this make it without any vetoes?
I don't know. They just haven't played this. Let me go ahead. I'm working on getting all the streams ready, by the way, so yeah, we'll get there.
I mean, I know for a lot of people, right, the 3D effect that they used makes people sick.
You don't say. Well, the thing is, this game is basically somebody trying to think what would be a fun way to do parallax and being extremely creative and managing to destroy all hopes and dreams in this world just by doing that.
I mean, it is done by something called the Pulfrich effect, right? So the 3D glasses are literally, one is darker than the other. Yes. And that actually, by moving the background the way they does, give the appearance of actual motion, which is great, until you're not using the 3D glasses.
Yes. But, yeah, actually, I think if you do play this game with the 3D glasses on...
I think it looks normal.
It doesn't look normal, but it actually is a little bit easier to play that way. You're less likely to vomit.
Well, that's true.
However, I don't believe any of the players today have their 3D glasses. I said, if you do, you can use them.
Well, either way, they're going to have difficulties. I'm waiting for, and I'm sure it'll happen, because somebody complains about every time when we get to the Mode 7 stuff, somebody complains about that making them motion sick.
Oh yeah, that for sure is going to be happening. We are going to have people... Well, I told them, if you need to step away from the game for a little bit, go ahead and do that. You do not have to just suffer endlessly for us, you know? It's fun, but... you know, don't make it so that you never want to come back again, you know? Look away on occasion. You can do that, you're gonna be fine. It still is pretty funny to me, though, that, like, this is one of those games where that's actually a very important warning to give them that, you know, they may get sick.
Yeah, it's... This and Mohawk, I think, are the two most common complaints I've heard.
Yeah, I think I would agree there. Like, Tasmania for Super Nintendo definitely got to at least one of the players and made them sick. Peggy the Peach 3 is just vomitous by its nature, okay? Just because of its existence.
Yeah, that is the only one that, out of all the games we have ever had on Ku5ogrande, that is the only one that has actually made me motion sick.
Like, while watching?
Yeah, because I was trying to do commentary with you at the same time while you were playing it, and it literally made me motion sick. And I don't get motion sick.
Same.
And so the only two things that have ever made me motion sick are Peggy the Peach 3 and my mother-in-law's driving.
Oh no. Is it that bad? Are you allowed to say if it's actually that bad?
It's bad.
I love it. Well, I am still cropping everything, making sure that it looks good. Well, as good as possible. Honestly, I think the graphics are very impressive in this game. They're just not good impressive. They're, wow, you can do that.
I think a lot of it, honestly, there's a lot about this game that is actually very impressive, right? It does the Mode 7 work really well. The graphics are good. The sound is good. It's a Chris Hillsback game. And this is probably the premier edition of Gem Power, I guess, right? They took Mutant Planet and added some more levels and did everything, and it's great. But the game is just not good.
By the way, there are versions. I believe there is a version up on Steam. I recommend checking that out, grabbing it if you are able. I've got a copy myself.
I believe it is the Super Nintendo version with the correction to the parallax scrolling. You know, because nobody has 3D glasses.
The correction to it?
Yeah, there's a patch version floating out there where all of the backgrounds move in the correct direction.
What? Oh, that takes away all the fun. Who wants to do that?
I know, right?
I also have a cart of the game, so whatever. I have multiple versions of Gem Power. Largely a reason why I got it, because I love this game, or why I chose it. Honestly, unironically, the music is pretty fun. I think what the game does is impressive. If it's definitely flawed, but it's an impressive kind of flawed, and I love that. I love when you have redeemable qualities in something that is bad.
Yeah. I mean, I think that the game is very well made, right? I think it has some dumb design decisions. We'll get there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we have plenty to talk about.
Everything
don't worry.
else about it is really good, right? Like, everything that it does, right, is very impressive from a technical standpoint. And that's about the nicest thing I have to say about it.
Yeah, that's about right. Honestly, the visuals, sweet. Everything else, like, it could be a fun game if it just wasn't as difficult as it is. Here are your players for today, by the way, everybody. I do need to turn on the audio, so let's go ahead and hear what beautiful piece we have coming out of Extreme Zeros. There we go. That's Gem Power. I am always happy to change levels as well if things are too loud or too quiet, so feel free to complain as a whole. Don't complain individually. Okay, it looks like I am ready. I am ready to help people, you know, enjoy the next hour as much as they can. Okay, I'm trying to think. Is there anything that they should spam? Any emotes?
Spaceships,
Okay.
jetpacks,
Sci-fi.
deaths. There's going to be a lot of deaths.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, NPC is very upset that I gave this game out. It's like, why'd you give my game out? It's my game first. Spam, everybody, spam everything. Yeah, that's what I like to see. We've got skulls, we've got robots. That's like sci-fi in a nutshell right there. As soon as I see movement in a stage, I will start our timer, and Extreme Zero is hopping right on in.
Yeah. So, let's talk right away about the first design decision that's real bad. Everything kills you in one hit. And the hitboxes are not that great, so you die a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of death. Like, honestly, the first thing that they need to do is just get used to the way that the game controls, used to the way that enemies move. Like, honestly, you want to make sure that you can reliably kill the enemies and get through areas.
Yep, there's a couple other things that they don't know about right now about how keys and all of that are super important. So that's one thing I expect to see. I expect to see people have to backtrack early on for keys.
Oh yeah, I love that chat, by the way, is already saying that they're feeling sick.
I knew it was going to happen right away.
Yep. Welcome to bad game. This was sold. This is how it came out. Okay.
Well, and I think if you wore the glasses and everything that went with it, right, the actual parallax effect while wearing the glasses is really good.
Like, it still doesn't move the way that it's supposed to. It doesn't make any logical sense, but it still looks better than what you're seeing here. So if y'all have a Polaroid lens and you want to put it over one of your eyes to see what it does, do it, because it's actually pretty graphically impressive.
It's pretty cool. As I said, everything that this game technically has done, right, from a technical standpoint, is very impressive for Super Nintendo hardware.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, by the way, which eye the lens goes over. Either the right or the left, I'm not sure.
I think it's the left.
Okay.
Well, I hope it goes over either the left or the right eye. I mean, I don't...
The third eye.
I don't have the third eye to...
Well, maybe you should work on that, Corndan. Get some more eyes.
I think Cadis is right. I don't think it matters specifically. It's just that Cadis, you're wrong. It does matter specifically in a weird sense that whichever eye you cover, it'll move one direction or the other, and if you don't like that direction, you can flip them.
Yep. Basically, if you're scrolling to the right, it should work a specific way, but if you're scrolling to the left, it doesn't give the 3D effect until you switch to the other eye. It's fantastic. I think it's fascinating. It's a cool way to do tech like that.
Yeah, so it's a very low tech way to generate 3D effects. If you know that every time you sell the game, you're going to have the glasses with it. Now, what this game really needed was a way to turn that off.
Oh no, Zwever, on the top left, is that the drops? I hate the drops.
I mean, Zoe?
Or Zoe, yeah.
Yeah, the drops, right, they're just so big that you have to, especially in that very tight area, you have to be very careful about that. You probably will die at least once.
For sure. Like
I die a lot there.
Yeah, Strappleberry is just getting through this in a ridiculously amazing way. Like, that was a fantastic walkthrough there. Honestly, I don't think it's perfect or pixel perfect, but it's pretty tight what you have to do in order to get through that area.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're patient, you can make it through without too much.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, here's the deal. I love the music in this game. I actually really think the graphics are fantastic. Nauseating, yes, but fantastic.
Yeah, and out of all of the various places Jim Power has been, right, this is definitely the best version. I know that's not saying much, guys, but this is actually pretty good.
Zoe is at the mid-boss, by the way, which luckily, as soon as you know its pattern, it's really easy to dodge because as long as you're far enough to the left, you can't get hit.
So, because people are talking about it in chat, I have played the Amiga version, and I actually, outside of the 3D effects here, I actually like the Super Nintendo one better. The Super Nintendo music is better, which is an amazing thing to say. Amiga music is usually pretty good. And I think the graphics are a bit more detailed than the Super Nintendo one. Even when you're playing in the double line mode on the Amiga version. But the Amiga version is very good still to play it. It's also, the big thing it has going for it that's not in this, is that the backgrounds scroll the way you think they would.
I'm trying to think. Strappleberry made it to the mid-boss. That was a good amount of progress. Died to it, but honestly, 1 or 2 deaths and you learn what the boss does. And there's going to be a lot of learning going on in this game.
We're going to see a lot of deaths early on, but you're already seeing now, right, even now, like 5 minutes in, people are doing a really good job about going through all of this.
Oh, yeah.
So, Ku5, in some ways you're right. The Super Nintendo sound chip had more channels. The Amiga had 4 sound channels, but they were all PCM capable, so you could just pre-mix everything. And so that's why a lot of good Amiga music, a lot of Amiga music that's been well mixed, actually sounds a lot better than anything else out there at the time.
Oh my gosh, I love people saying that the scrolling is unforgivable. Yep.
Yeah, it's a thing. So let's talk about this real quick because everyone's going to bring it up. So this is the full bridge effect, and so what you do is you have a polarized one eye, and so the motion, right, in this case in the background, when you're wearing that and your 2 eyes are seeing that differently, actually gives you a different level of motion, in this case in the correct parallel X direction. It's not perfect, but it gives you a 3D effect of motion in the direction that you think it would. The best way I've seen it described is if you were looking at a pendulum this way, that it would seem to go, as it goes to the right, it would seem to be coming at you. As it goes back to the left, it would seem to be going away from you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
So that's what's really going on. The problem is none of us have the glasses.
Yeah, well, you don't even really need the official glasses. Just grab a pair of sunglasses that's polarized and put one of the lenses over one of your eyes, and then you will see the effect for sure.
Zero, that motion is actually set, their background motion here is actually set up in such a way to set that effect up when you're wearing the right glasses. That's why it's moving the way it is. And so it's not a geometry effect, it's a weird eyeball effect.
Oh yeah. It's so cool. Oh, thank you, Carol Z, for giving me glasses.
That is actually a trick of the mind, and we just don't have the hardware sitting in front of us to play tricks in our mind. And while we're talking about that, Extreme Zero just beat that mini-boss.
Ooh.
So I think that puts them in the lead, with Strappleberry not that far behind.
Yeah, good. Strappleberry has figured this boss out. It's going to be trivial to beat. Luckily, the game's fairly generous with the number of lives you get throughout.
Yes and no. I think it could be, for what it is, a lot more generous. I mean, Bubsy gave you 9 lives. But I think, aside from that...
But... okay, while that's true, 1, Bubsy is a cat. Of course he gets 9 lives. 2...
well, of course. But also needed in that game, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I think Bubsy... in this game, which would I rather play? I'd rather play this, personally.
It depends. Is it Bubsy 1 or Bubsy 2? I would rather play Bubsy 1. I would rather play this over Bubsy 2.
Nah, I prefer this over Bubsy 1 and Bubsy 2. Honestly, I'd rather play this game than a lot of games out there, because at least it's got some things going for it. I really love the animation of these platforms bouncing up and down. They're not animated, I guess. They just bounce. But like, it's a fascinating game to look at, and even if you feel physically ill, at least it makes you feel something other than disgust, you know?
Well, I always stand by my contention that Bubsy 1 is a better Sonic 1 than Sonic 1 was.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
I mean,
there.
I know that's a low bar, but you know, where this is just how Amiga can we make the Super Nintendo?
Essentially, yeah. Which they did a pretty good job making it very Amiga.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not going to complain, right? You've seen me hand out a lot of Amiga games lately.
Wow.
I'm very happy in how we can do that now. So yeah, it's a good system to explore.
Oh yeah, I think so. Honestly, we haven't explored quite enough.
There's a lot we haven't explored yet.
So I think people are asking about the music because this music is really happening. As it turns out, the same guy who did the music for this did the music for Bubsy, the Woolies Strike Back.
And Turrican.
And Turrican. Worked on R-Type 2. Some Star Wars games, was the music director for those. Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. I don't know if I know that one, but like...
It's the PS2 one, I think. Yes, this was Chris Hulsbeck.
Yeah, he worked on a lot of stuff. And honestly, he did really, really well. And yes, Hulsbeck did Bubsy, the new Bubsy.
Infernal Machine was also on PC, yes. It was on PC, PS2, Xbox, I think. So, in case I were not the Infinite Runner one, but the one before that.
Yeah, let me just say, I'm looking at the game. That definitely doesn't look like a rip-off of Tomb Raider. Oh, it's definitely a rip-off of Tomb Raider.
Yeah, it's totally like a 3D like Indiana Jones game.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, people are complaining that wasn't even a checkpoint yet. These levels are really long, guys. Right, we won't see a checkpoint until we get to the first nauseating stage. Right, the first, I think the next level is mode 7.
Oh, yeah. Everybody, you need to see that. It's amazing.
We'll see it. I'm really hoping we get to level 3, because this game decided it didn't want to be a platformer anymore. It didn't want to be a top-down, like, Contra game, and so it decided it wanted to be R-Type.
Yeah, everybody, you just need, like, I fully recommend trying this game, you know, giving it a shot. It's a blast when you're actually able to figure out how to get through this, but still, it's a bizarre game, and it's hard.
It is really hard.
By the way, the company that made this is Logiciel, a French video game company. It looks like they worked on other games that we know of called Baby Joe and Going Home. Yeah, they made Baby Joe. Other games like The Brainies, Thunderburner, I have no idea what that is, Moon Blaster, Outboard. I don't know, a lot of games that I've never even heard of before.
Gym Power and Mutant Planet.
Well, yeah, of course they made it. Oh, they made a game called Entity, which I actually tried to give out one time in Ku5ogrande, and it turns out that the game just locked, I think, after the second stage.
Something like that, yeah.
I think that was in Ku5ogrande. That was a long time ago.
Well, I mean, we haven't had very many hard locks, like, stopping Ku5ogrande in a while, so it had to be Ku5ogrande. Right, or earlier.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, back when I chose everything and we had more problems than we have now.
We do a lot of work behind the scenes. It's not that it was problems with for people asking in chat, wait, what does first nauseating stage mean at this point in time? Let's put it this way. Do you like Contra 3? For Hunter? Right,
I don't think I played it.
Okay, well...
Sure, I like it. It's great.
Okay, cool. Now imagine the top-down stages in that, but way worse.
Oh,
and a lot more rotating.
Oh yeah, I'm imagining it. It looks like Jim Powers Stage 2. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly like Jim Powers Stage 2.
Honestly, I'm not going to lie. I love the idea of using Mode 7 in a platforming type game. I don't think it's done very well, but it's
really
fascinating.
Hard to get Mode 7 done right for something like that. For a couple of for a couple of reasons. One is that that it's actually really tough to overlay things. You want to know what the best use of Mode 7 is for a platformer, for Sunshine?
What?
So, if you remember, have you played Super Castlevania 4?
I was actually thinking of that. I haven't played it, but I do know what you're talking about, yeah.
Like the boss with the rotating, cylinder screen?
Mm-hmm.
That rotating cylinder screen and all of that is Mode 7.
It's so impressive, everybody.
And the reason the background is black is because you can only do the affine transformations on backgrounds sprites. So to make that happen and make that playable, they actually use a black screen. Like, you couldn't have both the cylinder and another background.
Oh.
But yeah, if you really want platformers with Mode 7, it's Mohawk and Headphone Jack. We have a really crazy compression scheme and an amazing gravity setup that makes it all work. The guy who made the game is absolutely amazing, but the game is the worst.
Like, I don't think it's the worst. It just...
No, actually, I really like it. I'm not gonna lie. I really like Mohawk. But it does not make me sick.
Yeah, I'm just thinking with that game, honestly, what would have been best with it is making the maps more memorable, because everything just feels like you're going through a great Boringville. And I don't know, I'm not a fan of that. I don't want to be bored in a game that is so nuts.
You only made it to, like, the second level or something. There's a lot of other maps. The problem is they're just big. And so it's really hard to remember, like, what part of what map you're on, because the maps are just so big.
Yeah, now, I want to give a quick reminder to people who are watching this match. This game, you have one-hit deaths. Everything kills you in one hit.
Yes.
And because of that, you know, Zoe is currently making solid progress with 5 lives left. That is huge. And
yeah,
honestly,
we
with
make
that,
it sound like 5 lives, like, oh my god, that's huge, except you can lose them all in about 20 seconds.
Oh, you can lose them all faster than that. Like, I bet you could get single-digit... Well, if there are spikes...
You can, if you have iframes, you can run on spikes.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's been a little while. I do think that I've seen people damage/death boost through areas before playing this game.
So there's one place in here that I have never, and Extreme Zero passed it up, and I think we're going to be coming up near it soon on Zoe's screen.
Yeah.
That one face that shoots darts out of its mouth, I have never been able to get past without damage boosting through it. Because I can never get the timing right.
Okay, I'm keeping my eyes open, seeing if...
I think it's right after the mini-boss.
Okay, right after the mini-boss. I'll definitely...
Or pretty close to the mini-boss. You're in a tight corridor, and you can drop down, but then you have to like jump back up over it.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I might have gotten past it without dying, but I don't know.
I don't think I ever have.
Okay, well, Extreme Zero appears to be in the lead, or at least making some significant progress at this point. Very nice. Okay, Zoe, moving on to the face of evil. Just a singular face this time.
Yeah, everyone, this is still level 1.
Yeah. It's just that, luckily, this game does have unique enough places that like, you can tell a little bit where they are in the stage if you've played it before, you know? Okay, here we go, the stupid faces.
Yeah, that face thing.
Oh, there we go, Zoe got over it.
Yeah, I can't do it. I always get hit.
Yeah, the thing is, like, if you jump a little bit too early, you get hit by the previous dart going through. Yep. If you jump just a little bit too late, you just won't have enough time. It's surprisingly precise. Oh my gosh. This is good stuff, Corndan.
This is a great game. I'm glad you got to give it out. But I'm seriously amazed that you got to give it out. I guess is this the first tournament for all 4 of these?
I believe it is, which no, Skytrap had to have played before, but they're relatively new. Yeah, most of the players here.
I mean, because that makes a difference. Right? That might be why we've gotten away with it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Extreme Zero is now on to the boss of the first stage.
Very nice.
Up here.
Yeah, Skytrap was in Ku5ogrande, but then again, you know, it really depends. People who watch this religiously will probably know enough of Jim Power to be able to make a good amount of progress.
That's why I was thinking, like, okay,
But no, they had never heard of it.
And I know Extreme Zero does a lot of Arcade Pit mystery tournament stuff. In fact, I've played Arcade Pit with Extreme Zero. And so it doesn't surprise me that he's doing very well.
Sorry, I'm doing some negotiations with Justin.
For dinner or dessert?
Brownies. I don't know if it's going to happen. I might just get granola, but it's fine. It's fine if I don't get a brownie.
I had cake.
Oh, man.
It was my birthday.
That's right. Your birthday's tomorrow.
Birthday is tomorrow.
Everybody say happy birthday to Corndan. This is your birthday present. Uh-oh, Extreme Zero, in the middle of a fight right now, fighting a boss. They think that they... Oh, that was definitely a pause. I asked, did you pause? And they said, no. And then, yeah, here we go. That was definitely a pause. I'm not a big fan of this boss. Why does this Flying King have an eyeball inside of him?
I mean, why not? Don't we all have... That's where the third eye is, bro.
Oh my gosh, now I know! It's very bloodshot, though. Oh, well, and there goes Extreme Zero.
But I think you can continue from there.
Yep.
And if I were Extreme Zero, I know Extreme Zero's been playing it smart and not continuing. I would, every time I die, I would hit continue just to see where it shows up.
Agreed. It's definitely a good idea until you know. And yep, that was a good call. Starting on the boss again, the shellfish? I'm not sure it's a fish in any way.
Well, but that's besides the point. I'm not sure what it is. But you know, you gotta kill it, because that's how these things go.
You gotta kill it, because that's just the way it is.
And, I mean, it wants to kill you.
Yeah, whatever it is.
I mean, it's clearly serious. It's got its third eye out.
I mean, that's what happens when I get super serious. My head just pops wide open. Blah. Eyeball stares at you. Hey, I think the boss is down for Extreme Zero. Moving on to Stage 2. Get ready for this grossness, everybody. At least, ooh, the good thing about having music on Extreme Zero is that we get to hear new music.
Yes. Okay, so welcome to,
Contra 3 is what Extreme Zero is saying.
Yeah, I was not wrong in my description.
Hope you like Mode 7. Oh, just you wait, everybody. This is both a complicated level as well as the bitrate killer, and you'll see in just a little bit, okay? Like, if it doesn't turn into a giant blur in about 10 seconds, then I don't know. Well, okay, without the buffering Extreme Zero. Oh, they're all buffering.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. I'll do a refresh in just a little bit.
I'm waiting for the rotator plates.
Yeah. That's
up here.
I want to see the rotator plate.
Because the rotator plates are the ones that...
Here we go. Woo! Oh, baby.
So, for people who've never seen this before, those lightning bolts, those are doors. And you have to have the keys to go through those.
Isn't it possible to get yourself into a point where you cannot progress and you have to get game over?
It is absolutely possible here.
And it's because of the keys. Yeah, okay, people are gonna puke now.
Yep.
Yep. Welcome to video games, everyone.
It's not the Mode 7 itself. It's everything that goes with it. You're starting to move one direction, and all of a sudden, you get rotated the opposite direction. And on top of that, when you blow these things up, they leave lava on the ground, and if you step on that, that kills you. If these things touch you, it kills you. And then you hit the moving thing, and then it spins you in circles, and then you hit spikes, and that kills you.
Oh, yeah. Also, do remember, lives are pretty dang limited. I'm thinking continues are limited too, aren't they?
They are. Yeah, you only get like 3 continues.
Honestly, everybody else is struggling on level 1. I'm not surprised. Making it to level 2, I'd say, in a match is impressive. Making it this early, you know, you got to keep an eye on Extreme Zero in the future, because that is something that tells me they're going to be a strong contender.
Yeah, well, and that's not surprising to me. Once again, Extreme Zero does a lot of stuff with Smite, right? The Mystery Tournament, Geek It, and stuff like that. So they're really good. You know, he's really good at just like random things that pop up like this.
Yeah,
not surprising he's doing really well.
Yeah, it's cool that there are so many communities that do things like this. Extreme Zero, he's not been on Ku5ogrande before, but just playing a variety of games really helps give you the experience you need in order to figure out some of these odd games. So, one of the best things to do, play a whole bunch of different games, and you'll get better at playing new games.
Yep.
Oh yeah, stage 2 is good. I don't want to spoil too much though, but I feel like there's going to be a moment of disappointment in the future.
Yeah, probably.
Ha 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 ha.
So, yeah, he uses one key, needs a second key to get more keys. That is absolutely possible.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Like, having 2 keys behind one door is really, really bad game design. Don't do that.
Yep.
Like,
well, and
oh, go ahead.
I mean, you just have to be really careful with this. There are multiple ways to go through this, and one way to screw it up. The problem is the one way that's screwed up is the most attractive option.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, just because we did have that big buffering issue, I'm going to refresh all of the streams. Music is going to cut out a little bit. Just don't worry about it. Everybody, we are just about 28 minutes left. We're getting close to the end of the matches today. We do have some matches, though, I believe, planned throughout the week. You'll want to keep your eyes open for Thursday.
There's going to be, I think Thursday, is going to be 3 matches on Thursday?
That's what it looks like, yes. So we've got plenty
matches. Yeah, there's a lot of Ku5ogrande coming up this week, which is good because, you know, when you're staying at home, right, because you should, right, we don't want to infect people with anything, there's a lot of Ku5ogrande for you guys to enjoy.
Yeah, the good thing as well about staying home is that I don't have to see people. That has nothing to do with Ku5ogrande, mind you.
Hold up. You teach online classes.
Yeah.
You already don't have to see people.
Pretty much. I don't know, Justin wants to go outside every once in a while, but now I can say, we're not allowed.
You can let him go outside, right? Just keep him in the fence, you know, so he doesn't go running off.
I'll just tie him to the fence outside. There we go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not going to get the cops called on us.
And you know, just make sure that your Justin doesn't bark at everybody else that goes walking by, and you'll be fine.
I mean, you never know, he might.
Well, I mean, maybe, I guess, if that's what he wants to do, go for it. I'm not going to shame.
Yeah, if you're going to go outside and bark at people, I'm completely fine with that. It's America. You're allowed to bark at strangers.
I mean, you go do whatever you want, right? I'll just chalk it up to Utah.
Wow, Corn Dad. It's still part of the same country, Corn Dad.
I'm aware. But I have, like, a whole big part of the country in between me and Utah.
Yeah, but it's a really big, boring part of the country between us.
Look, I have looked at Utah while I'm flying across the country, and that doesn't look too exciting either.
Okay, a lot of Utah is really kind of gross and depressing, but like if you go to the national parks, it's cool. Up where I live, we've got mountains and forests, and so that's cool.
I mean, I live next to mountains and forests too.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking where I was born. It was boring.
Did we mention the ice, Ketis? And the answer is no. It's ice.
What's ice?
And you can the ice in the level.
I don't see any ice. Where's the ice?
It's the white patches.
Okay, you're talking about Extreme Zeros?
Yeah.
Where's the white patches?
He's not on ice right now.
Well, okay, I'm not convinced there's ice. I'm not convinced ice is real.
Well, you know.
Oh.
Utah fact number 328 isn't real.
Yeah. Oh no!
Oh, wait, no, he's got lives.
Good. How did he die?
Hit a spike.
Oh, by the way, we're on to Level 2 Part 2.
Yes, but I believe you can continue to this part, I think.
I think so. He ran out of time.
He ran out of time.
I see how it is. All of the other players still struggling with level 1. Honestly, this is 100% expected. This game is not easy.
I think the first time I played this game, it took me like an hour and a half to make it to level 2.
Yeah. An hour and a half. It didn't take me quite that long. But I also really enjoyed jank, ugly platformers, so, you know, this is totally my jam, this game. This is why I chose it today, Cornet, because I love this game.
I unironically like this game.
Oh, well, I love it, though, so that's more than you.
Well, that's fine.
What?
You can love things more than me.
No, you need to love it.
I mean, I like it. That's good enough for me.
Gordon. By the way, I do want to share with everybody the manual that we gave to the players today, because there is a manual, and they decided to stick with the 3D theme when they made it. So let me go ahead and share that.
The manual is pretty ugly.
It's so ugly. Like, it was such a mistake. Oh my gosh. Gem Power, the Lost Dimension in 3D, utilizes the revolutionary new optics 3D to combine incredible game action with three-dimensional graphics, creating an astoundingly realistic game. The three-dimensional, how many times do they say three-dimensional?
At least 3 times.
No, they've done it 3D, 3D, three-dimensional, three-dimensional. We've got it 4 times. It's 4D now. Yeah.
Well, I mean, 4 times is at least 3 times.
The three-dimensional effect is enhanced by the glasses, but glasses are not necessary for the virtual effect and is functional on any type of television or video monitor. Note, the stages Guardian's Castle and Time Tower do not utilize the new optics 3D, but incorporate the similarly impressive Mode 7 graphics.
Yeah, that's right. We don't do 3D in here because we'll make you sick by spinning the screen.
It's true. Mode 7. Okay, so the polarized side needs to go over your left eye per the manual. It also says you may be one of the 10% of the population who has little or no 3D vision in everyday life, and will therefore have no 3D vision in the game. Gem Power, the Lost Dimension may still be played without glasses, however.
Well, I mean, I assume so, but I have never played Gem Power without glasses. I mean, granted, they're just my regular glasses.
Yeah, I use my regular glasses, too. Oh. I hate this manual. I hate it so much.
I mean, it's not the worst thing.
Also, why did they add a gross filter over all of the items? Or did they just take a camera and take a picture of their monitor? Like, it's a little bad.
Yeah, it is a little bad.
Like, I can't even tell what the spacesuit is looking up at the manual. Oh,
so, I mean, based on this, if Extreme Zero picks up some more time, I think they'll be able to make it through 4 lives left with 3 keys and everything. I think they'll be able to get through this stage.
Oh, yeah. Wait, if you have the glasses, the blue glitz, the blue blip, Corntan.
Yeah, the blue blip blitz.
The blue blip blue. Yeah. If you have the glasses, the blue blip blip blue. Blah, blah, blah. The blue bits glow. I'm not convinced. I'd have to see it. I'm not a believer right now. Also, let's see. We've got 20 minutes left so far. Honestly, Extreme Zero is doing pretty well in this stage. 4 lives left. That's pretty significant. But running out of time, you know, that's going to be a death.
Yep.
Not a huge deal.
Yeah, with 4 lives and being pretty careful, I don't think it'd be a problem. I really hate this level, though, because first you have to go get 1 key, to go get 2 keys, to go get 3 keys, to go get 4 keys. And if you don't go do it in that order, you lock up.
Yep. Because this game is a big jerk. You know, honestly, Extreme Zero is getting used to the controls here, getting used to the gross nature of this game. Honestly, I'm unsure there are any more big surprises in this stage for Extreme Zero. We may be able to see them make some solid progress. Yeah, he's doing great. Strappleberry Patch is still making his way through stage 1. So is Zoe, so is Skytrap. As soon as we see one of them get to stage 2, it will be a very clear second place. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see that.
I think so. I would be very surprised if we don't.
This game is so hard, though. Like, if you've never played it, it's absolutely worth doing sometime, just to feel it. And Zoe solidifying a second place there, finishing stage 1. Very nice. Sorry, I'm just really enjoying an Oreo right now.
Well, Oreos are delicious.
Oh yeah, and Extreme Zero finished the next part, but has moved on to part 3 of stage 2. Now, again, I don't think anything here is too tricky, but it could get a little bit rough.
I like something that Extreme Zero's been doing a lot of, that I've seen them do, right, is basically run up against the walls, get a better idea of what's going on with the map.
Yeah, honestly, whenever you can see a little bit more of an area, you know which way you're going to need to go eventually. Like, maps can be pretty confusing. This one, for an overhead section, is actually fairly unique enough that I think most people are going to at least remember parts of it after going through a first time.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, like, game design-wise, I feel like things went a little bit overboard with wanting to make people vomit, but otherwise I really like the design.
I'm a fan of everything that they have tried to do with this. I'm not necessarily a fan of how it all turned out. I'm a fan of what they do with all this.
Oh yeah. Woo! Extreme Zero made it through those lasers. Zoe is moving on to level 2. Very nice. The Guardian's Castle. Looks like Skytrap is doing a reset, possibly because of a game over. Strappleberry also going through the high score and going to be hopping.
So, Extreme Zero just missed out. He's going to have to go back. Where all those spinners were, there's a key over there.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's trying to avoid it, because I think I would, too, if I were him.
That's usually a good idea. If something is spinning and you don't have to spin with it, then great. That's the best way to live life, you know, but every once in a while, games are butts. Yeah, if he'd used it right there.
Yep.
But it's such an evil way to make people realize they have to backtrack, okay? Because, you know, Extreme has 1 key. If he accidentally used it there,
he can still go back. Right, but, I mean, think about it. In level 1, if you don't do the keys in the right order, right, like, you softlock yourself.
Oh, yeah. Like,
here, you don't do that. They let you know, basically, you need this key still right? But they just put it in the worst possible.
True. Oh, I don't know. There's so much that I love and that I hate about this. Zoe is getting her first taste of the overhead section here. Definitely is rough the first time you do it, especially if you haven't played your little game known as Contra, Corn Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't play Contra, you're just not going to get this.
I mean, that's true.
Finish! Finish it! Oh, yeah! Do a little dance there. Dance. Extreme Zero having some fun. Woo! And moving on to the end of the level. Very nice. Extreme Zero, I don't think anybody is going to pass him at this point. Like, this lead is too strong.
It's possible. If Extreme Zero is real bad at the next level, I could see Zoe being able to pull that out. But we only have, like, 15 minutes left. It's going to be pretty tough.
I would say that technically it would be possible, but it is not going to happen. Absolutely no.
Yeah, exactly. Technically it's possible. I don't think it's going to happen. Right? But I think the only person that could make it happen is Zoe. I think she's the only one with a chance to get first. Other than Extreme Zero.
Everybody get ready for the next genre. What a crappy game.
I love the dust in this one because you hear him scream and it just drops out of the sky. It's wonderful.
Oh, jeez. How, oh, that's background, okay. It's a little bit hard to tell what's going to kill you and what's just the background.
Yes. Well, because there's some of it is background, some of it is foreground, some of it's actually going to kill you.
Oh, yeah. But
and the problem
how do you know until you fly over it, you know?
Right. So this level is real mean in that you just don't know what's what. And so my first time playing this level, I went through a lot of super bombs.
Okay.
In that, trying to figure out what was what. And, Cadis, are you mentioning the fact that you can hit, I think it's select or something like that, and get a full map on that stage?
Oh, yeah, I think that you can.
Well, I mean, Zoe did it. But I forget what button it is to do it. So apparently, what did Strackleberry notice that I didn't mention? Because now I'm curious.
Uh-oh. Well, Extreme Zero got a game over, but back to part 3. Some people are really enjoying this. Still, just due to the parallax here, it's very easy to get disoriented and possibly start feeling sick. And per Delcat, if you use the glasses, you can often see what's in the background versus foreground.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, Cadis, you're right. I never noticed that, and I didn't see Strackleberry do it. With those faces that shoot you if you're ducking, the spears just go through you because you're ducking, apparently.
Zoe is taking a look around to try to figure out what to do. I think that it's a soft lock due to using the key in the wrong place.
I think so too. Now, I mean, because she only has one life left, it's a pretty easy thing to reset. Just
I mean, yeah, technically it's not a soft lock. It's just you have to use up the game over, and the game doesn't really give you any indication. Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry we didn't mail out glasses to all of the players today.
I mean, I'm not sorry.
You're a little sorry.
No, I'm not. See, here's the thing. Somebody needs to be the bad guy of Ku5ogrande, and it's not you, which means it has to be me.
It's not me? I always thought I was the supervillain. The big bad, you know, the one that everybody wanted to take down.
You're like the cat that sits on the supervillain.
Oh my gosh. Those cats can be villains too.
Cute and cuddly and sometimes dangerous, but not all the time. I mean, you haven't given out RoboCop, right? So I highly don't consider you dangerous, right? From a thing, right? Or Miami Vice.
Ah, well, it looks like Extreme Zero is not wanting to play anymore. What? I want to hear music.
Yeah, that's well.
Hey, come on, stand up, go for it, man.
If we can switch around to.
I guess he's gonna go ahead and just dork
Strappleberry
around.
is good.
Like I do sort of agree that there's not going to be a way to get back
Not a chance.
to where he was before. So I get fine. I'll let it be. All of the other players though are still fighting through it.
I mean, I can agree with that sentiment, right? If it took you a half an hour to get there, right, and you know with fairly good play, like I can't even say that Extreme Zero did really anything wrong. It was slow about some of the play, but he didn't do anything wrong whatsoever. Right? Stages 1 and 2 are both really long.
Oh yeah, they are long. There still is a chance that second, third, and fourth can move around a little bit. I do like this music. I don't know what it is. It's pretty good.
I mean, I think he's playing Street Fighter Alpha or something.
Possibly. It's something. Oh, getting kicked in the knee.
I don't know. I swapped to Strappleberry as I'm trying to watch the other three competitors.
Does Strappleberry have audio over there?
It's clean audio, yes.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and make a switch then. Goodbye, Extreme Zero. Hello, Strawberries. A little bit louder than I meant to do. That's okay. Y'all all live. There we go. We're back to Gym Power music, which somehow is actually better than the music we had on the other stream, so I accept.
Gym Power is good music.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay.
So, what I'm really interested to see, and I don't know very well, right? We know that Zoe is in a solid second. She's made it to level 2. What I don't know, and I'm trying to watch here to see how kind of what's probably going to be this last push, is Strappleberry versus Skytrap.
Yes. Honestly, I think that both of them have 2 attempts at this point, and then that's basically it for them.
I mean, maybe 2 attempts. It depends on where you've been getting locked up at. You know, I think if you're making a good solid push most of the way through the level, you probably only have 1.
Yeah,
just because of how long the game is.
I would agree with your maybe sentiment there.
But if you're kind of getting caught up, right, or here like Skytrap's kind of in the middle of the level. All right, I can at least tell that much with the shot that they have. You know, if you die in there, right, like right here, especially with 0 lives left, you got 1 more attempt right after this one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right, Strappleberry has 3 lives left and's made it a little bit further. I don't know. I think that this is probably going to be as solid of an attempt as you get.
Yeah, I don't know if there will be a chance after this. So get the high water mark, plow through these enemies, try not to die twice in the next 5 seconds. Okay. No death. No death. No death. Hey, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Of course, this level really doesn't stop. It just gets worse.
It's... especially right here, you really need like an extra life in there. Basically to just do what Strappleberry just did, right? To get through that whole thing with the shooter. But I don't think, you know, Strappleberry, if he dies here, I don't think you're going to get a whole lot further than this. Right in like 5 minutes. So this may be essentially it for Strappleberry. And Zoe's not going to make it back to level 2 in 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Do 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 do. Okay, Strappleberry Patch is getting back into part 1. I don't know, there's technically enough time. I think this might be doable. The levels are not short, but they're, you know, they're still...
Yeah, if you aren't confident in what's going on, right, I think you have to push for it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, where I think with Extreme Zero made kind of a good point. They're not going to make it any further than they did, right? But if you haven't seen level 2, I'd push, and just that idea that maybe just a little bit more time, I can make something happen.
Yep. Yeah, honestly, I would love to see one of them get to stage 2. Oh, Skytrap, that's a full game over. Still, jump right back in. You do not know where stage 2 is. You know?
Yeah.
Even if it feels like you can't catch up, you might be able to.
It's absolutely true. In 4 minutes, I don't know. I think if you had like really good play, you could make it through the level. Maybe 4 minutes, but you'd have to be like spot on.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, we're getting to the point. Zoe might make it to the boss, I think. Right, in 4 minutes with good play. She's got.
I think it's
she's only got
doable.
1 life. Yeah. Hopefully, but I think.
Yeah, like, there's not much room for error. She's gotta
like sneaking forward, take a shot. Sneaking forward, take a shot.
Oh
but
yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that this game actually freezes your horizontal movement when you shoot. So, it's actually really easy to do that movement.
I've never noticed that.
Yeah,
it's really close here.
As long as you're mashing attack, you can probably do it. Zoe is getting close to the end of the stage.
To the end, yeah.
An extra life, that's also really going to help here.
I mean, gives you a little bit of wiggle room, like right here, right where you would need it.
Oh yeah, the nightmare jump here. Oh my gosh, I hate this game. Oh, there we go, Zoe over the nightmare, grabbing the jetpack.
That's how close Strappleberry was.
Oh my gosh. So
right, because I think they were right in that area.
Yeah, Zoe is definitely going to be taken second due to making it to stage 2. Yeah.
There's no way that Strappleberry can get it through stage 1 or Skytrap get through stage 1 and kill the boss. The boss alone is going to take more than 2 minutes.
I would agree, but honestly, both of them should just be pressing as much as possible. Don't slow down. Try to pass your previous best. There is not much time, and when you are this early on in the stage, like Skytrap right now, you do not want to be lollygagging. You want to go.
Exactly.
If you're already into new territory, then taking it a little bit slower is fine at this point, you know? Because honestly, it's about making the best push, not necessarily the biggest push possible. You know, just be careful if you haven't seen that place before. If you have seen it before, as both of these players have, you just got to rush. You know,
I think
Skytrap is doing well.
Yeah, I think that's the untold, reason for the people who've been very successful in Ku5ogrande, right? Both the new players and the old players, right? You could even see it in Extreme Zero's screen when he got to level 2, right? Like once he noticed that one problem, everything was slow and meticulous, and then as soon as he knew where he needed to go, just go.
Skytrap having a hard time jumping on that platform, which honestly is not unexpected because it's dumb. Well, speaking of dumb things, this match is over. Cornton, that's it.
Oh man, thank goodness.
What, you didn't love it?
I am just very glad to not have to watch 4 screens of that at once.
Extreme Zero made it a significant way into the second stage, getting to the third area. Unfortunately, no, they finished that. They got into the fourth stage.
No, they got into the third stage.
Oh,
they got into the R-type stage.
Yeah, that one. Fantastic job, Extreme Zero. Zoe appears to have taken second. I believe Strawberry Patch was third, and our fourth player was Sky Trap. This game is so incredibly difficult, though. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Seriously, though, bro's right. Go play it, guys. It's real hard. It makes you appreciate what you've got, but I think it's a pretty interesting game.
Yeah, and honestly, if you ever need something, like, because some people go and practice games, try to get to the point where they can jump into a new game and plow through it. But, you know, if you haven't done too much of this, I think that Gym Power is probably a good one, you know, to sort of test how are graphically difficult games going to do with me, you know? What can I do in order to get through it? It's a good practice game. Hello there, Extreme.
Hi there.
Hey, congratulations on your victory here.
Yeah, that was a game.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, wait, what did you think about it?
I thought, like, stage 1 was really bad, but stage 2 kind of, like, was kind of calming. Like, I didn't have to feel like I was under pressure. And then stage 3 just pretty much just slapped me across the face.
Oh, stage 3 is so rough. Like, the thing is, I think the game would be more bearable if you had more than one hit point. Like, that especially makes it extremely difficult.
Yeah,
Also,
oh, sorry, continue.
I was going to say also that it was commented in chat that the 3D effects, if you have the right glasses and everything in stage 3, make it more apparent on what's foreground and background and not enemy.
But there's an actual 3D effect.
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah. There definitely is an effect if you put on Polaroid glasses just over your left eye.
Polarized.
What?
Polarized, not Polaroid.
Did I say Polaroid? Yeah, polarized. Yes. Don't put a Polaroid over your eye. That's not going to do anything. But yeah, put a polarized lens over your left eye, and you'll be able to see the effect.
That just sounds needless. Because honestly, this the shmup stage was bad enough, but if you got the parallax scrolling and with the amount of stuff on screen, having to dodge the tiny bullets, it's just insane.
Oh yeah,
you don't know where they are.
Yeah, what are you gonna think is in the foreground, in the background? It's so difficult.
Yeah, I did think there was definitely a Amiga influence in this game.
Yes.
I can definitely tell with the music.
Yeah, it's a Chris Hulsbeck game, so Turrican.
Oh yeah, Turrican. That explains a lot.
Right.
It also explains how the gameplay changes a lot because Turrican did that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, the original version was on the Amiga, Gym Power and the Mutant Planet, and they basically took that and added some levels, like the Contra 3 style level, and changed some of the things up, and then ported over to the Super Nintendo.
You know, at the same time, I wish that more games were willing to be a little bit daring. You know, I want something that takes me on a color journey, but doesn't make me throw up. You know, and there really aren't very many of those games. This is definitely a little bit more on the nauseous side, but I still really enjoy it.
A little bit?
Oh, yeah. So, Extreme, I know that you're often in the mystery community, Arcade Pit. Is there anything that you're streaming these days to your own channel?
I don't stream that often. I've just been busy with other stuff.
Okay.
But I do play a lot of fighting games. That's pretty much my thing at the moment.
I
As
noticed.
you could probably tell.
Huh.
Like,
Huh.
once I died in stage 3, there was no way I was going to get back to that point.
Yeah, the levels are just so long.
They're very
Yeah.
long. Yeah. Honestly, you made it much farther than I expected. I didn't expect to see that part of stage 3, so congratulations on that. Everybody who's watching, by the way, all of the streamers do have their individual Twitch channels. If you go to the name that they had on the layout, twitch.tv/that name, you will be able to go and follow them, check them out. Honestly, we're still growing the community. Even with how many people are here today, the community is still growing. Thank you so much, everybody. With that said, I think that it is time for us to go and raid. I do want everybody to know that I will be a part of Arcade Pit tonight. I believe that's going to be in
okay.
about an hour.
Well, let's hope that you actually play some of my challenges and absolutely fail at them.
Wow. Look,
Yeah.
I was just about to say Corndead gave the game up, but no, it definitely was me. Well, it looks like Tina Hacks is playing Octopath Traveler, I believe learning to speedrun it, so this is going to be fun. Joey, I do indeed have a partner. Corndam!
Yes,
Yeah, you're my partner.
I know.
So you're just going to completely slaughter the arcade pit, is what I'm imagining right now.
We're just going to take over. We're oozing our way over there.
We'll either take it over or we'll fail miserably. One of the two.
Does anybody have a good raid message? Anybody in chat?
Cheetahman 2 has a bug to fix patch to
For
make it
who could learn to love a beast? I love that. Okay, go tell Tina about the need to love a beast. Thank you, Extreme. Thank you, Cornden. I'll see you both later. Have a fantastic day.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. Thank you very much for letting me enjoy the suffering.
Heck yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Alright, hoping for some endless items procs here.